So back for day 2 of the tournament, coming up to game 4. Did really well yesterday, which is awesome, but definitely puts the pressure on for today. I've got my new ridiculously huge dice, which have been very good to me, but I was wearing my lucky painting jeans yesterday, and today I'm not, so I hope that's not why I was winning. But yeah, I'm gonna have the draw, see who I'm up against, and I'm pretty psyched.
I'm seeing Info Sweep in the missions lineup. How did a VaulSC mission end up getting played at a local tournament?
I don't know. I guess Garth just wanted to give it a try.
It's a pretty interesting take on how objective rooms work, because there's an incentive to put something in the room throughout most of the games, but you can get the bonus to taking the consoles. I know that a lot of people are so used to end around scoring though, and it can take a while to get your head around the player turn scoring thing.
Yeah, totally. But once you understand the system, it's pretty straightforward. I just wonder if it's much better to take first turn. Like, you're gonna get the points in your last turn when you move in, so that way you can set up and make it harder for the other player to get their points.
Very true. Makes for a nice change from the usual though. Anyway, did you change up your list for day 2?
Okay, so I've changed things up a little bit just because we've got some different objectives today, and some of the guys I was running yesterday weren't really optimal for what we're doing today. So I've obviously still got my Ikari, star of the show, and I decided to bring back her kind of optimal demon form, which just looking a little more hardcore today. And I've still got this bot from yesterday, but today it's been joined by just this other bot, which is like pretty much the same thing but with a machine gun. I've also got this bot today, which shoots missiles. I've got my Wu Ming here, moving together as a team with the machine gunner. I've got, who else have we got here? Oh, this is my ninja. So she's really cool because I can deploy her like without her being visible, and then she can just like pop up suddenly when my opponent isn't expecting her to be there. I've got my Yuan who also can like sort of fly in. He's like a space pirate, so, and he gets a randomized weapon, so that's kind of fun. Don't know what he's gonna have to attack with yet. Some of the guys from yesterday are still here, so I've still got my doctor, and I've still got my my Tanko here. This guy's my Warco, so he doesn't have a weapon, but he can stun people, which is like quite good just to pop up and annoy people, and then they can't shoot at me anymore. Quite cheap, but quite destructive in a way, I guess. And then I've also got my engineer here, so similar to the doctor, but he can repair bots, which is important because I've got lots of bots, and he can also repair my Ikari, and he's got like a little remote dude to help him out, so can have like 2 of him on the ground at once, essentially. And then this is just my lieutenant. So what faction are you in?
Invincible Army.
Oh, cool. I just played against them last week, so hopefully I like gain some experience. I've got Ikari.
Oh, great. Yeah, they share some of the same models.
Yeah, like the Rishi.
Yeah, that's right.
Alright, shall we roll?
Sure. So this is a VaulSC mission, so there's no classified, so we'll just get straight to the lieutenant role.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, that's a win for you.
Yeah, so I'll take the deployment.
Cool, I'll take first turn.
So Chris was playing Invincible Army, which means I'm in the same matchup as I was for round 3, but I've got a different list this time around. I figured he'd have a heavy infantry fire team in there, so I set up kind of defensively this time. My plan was basically to focus on the objectives for a bit and then push the room in the last turn, and not give him too many targets for his heavy machine guns.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the way to go. If you can move into the room in your last turn with that Ikari, it's going to be really annoying for him to get in there with her and remove her so that he can catch up on points. Ideally, you would want to move out with the Wu Ming in the last round as well.
Okay, so I've just got my reserve trooper here, is my Ikari. So I'm just going to put her 12 inches. Oh yeah, she's within 12 inches there. So she's just going to make her way up to the objectives. Alright, so while my opponent's away from the table, I've just decided this is where my ninja is going to pop up from. So she won't be on the table, but that's where she'll materialize, so that she can run in there and just capture some objectives. Alright, so I'm just going to spend an impetuous order here to bring in my Space Pirate, my Yuan Yuan, who's been off the table. I'd like to fly him up to about here, so I've just got to make sure that he's within 16 inches from the edge of the table so that he's not getting into the exclusion zone. I want him to be as far up as he can be within that 16. It's not there. And now I've just got to roll to see if he can actually land. Come on, Space Pirate! Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so the exciting but also kind of random thing about the Yuan Yuan is he has this booty ability. So I need to roll now to see what weapon or what ability he's gonna get. And he gets +2 armor, not bad. I'm just going to spend his irregular order here. He's just going to move up a little bit, and I want him to try to throw down some smoke. So I need 17 or less, confidently placing it before I have rolled. Yeah, that's fine. Just going to spend a regular order in group 2 here, just to move him up and hide him in this corner. Just going to spend a regular order from group 1 to activate Hanya. She's going to come up. That's perfect. She just gets into the room there. You don't have any AROs, eh?
Yeah, no AROs.
Yeah, so she's going to go prone, and I'm just going to use the short skill here to... can she make it? Yeah, just to move her up to that terminal. I'm spending another regular order from group 1 on Hanya again, and she's just going to try to activate this computer terminal, and she's actually got a +3 because of her buddy, the Space Pirate, hanging out in the control room there, helping her. So I need 16 or less. Let's hope I can do it. Easy, done. Yeah, so I've actually had my ninja hiding here. She's just been in this little corner, so I'm just going to move her into the room, up to the console, so that's clearly within 4, and assuming you don't have any AROs.
No AROs.
So just going to roll to see if she can activate that. Needs a 16 or less. Yeah, perfect. So she captures that as well. Girls hitting all the objectives. So just spending another order, she's just going to go prone and hide out there, ready to help out later.
So that was a pretty passive turn 1. Did you get any kills?
No, he kept in total cover with just about everything, so I moved up and just picked up some consoles. I think the mission's about conserving some of your strength for later rounds, so my goal was to keep my stuff fairly protected as well.
Right, so I'm going to spend an order on this camera marker here. Just going to move around to here. Any arrows for that?
Yeah, no.
Cool, and then we'll just carry on moving up to the objective. Alright, and we'll spend another order, reveal him to, well, we'll idle against that first. Is his arrows there?
Oh, no.
Nope, cool. He'll reveal to be a Zencha forward observer, and he'll press the button. Okay. Passes. Right, so we'll activate the Rushi. It's going to go for a little ride over here. 6 inches, arrows around here still?
No, still nothing.
Cool, and then move up here. And then with the second order, it's just going to move across till he can see the one line.
Yeah, I'm going to dodge.
Alright, and I'll take shots at him. Great. So 3 hits.
So, as predicted, he was able to move up and clear my Yuan Yuan out of the room, but luckily I didn't have any other targets for him, so he spent the turn picking up consoles and moving his heavy infantry into the room.
All going according to plan.
Alright, so this is the end of my turn 2. We've got the Harris team with Taisheng, the Haidao, and the Zuyong HMG, just the Taisheng and Haidao in the room.
Yeah, you're on.
And yeah, I've got these 3 objectives.
So I had the idea that if I moved the Wu Ming up in turn 2, I could use them to kill the guys Chris had in the room. But if I just camped them nearby after that, they'd be in a reasonable position to either follow up in my last turn, or if he committed too much, to attack them then and there. I'd still have the Karakuri and Ninja left to punish him.
So long as the dice don't fail you.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Alright, so I'm just going to activate my team. Just moving this guy up just a little bit so you can see into the room. What do you want to do?
Okay, so the hideout will boarding shotgun you in template, and Taishing will fire a break combi at you.
Okay, and I'm going to just lay down my shotgun template here. Okay, so I'm spending an order to activate my Ikari, so she's not prone anymore, and she's just coming over to this window to shoot at you.
Okay, so the Zuyang will fire back with his HMG.
Yeah, let's go. Alright, so I'm going to use my armor piercing.
Okay, great. Just fire normal HMG.
Yeah, let's go. Alright, 2 hits for me.
He passes 1 save and fails.
Oh, yeah.
So it turned out that at the end of my turn, I kind of miscalculated. Although I killed off some of his guys in the center, I only had enough orders to fix up the positioning for my Wu Ming, and unfortunately left my Karakuri out in the open.
Maybe that's a good thing though. She is pretty tough.
She is, but like, she still doesn't like being sprayed down by an HMG.
I'm gonna spend an order to reveal my hack towel.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna poke out here,
Yeah.
and we'll surprise attack the Karakuri.
You got it. Okay, I'm going to fire back with my Panzerfaust. Okay, so trying to make my saves here. Looks like they both fit.
Okay, so I'm gonna skip ahead a bit here. It was my 3rd turn and I needed to have something to take the room, but I didn't want him to end up ahead on army points. So I spent a bit of time thinking about what had died and what was likely to die when he took his last turn. I would have liked to just throw everyone inside the room, but that was risky because then his hack towel could go in and not only kill everyone and put me behind on points, but he'd still got the room anyway.
So what did you end up doing with all of your orders?
Just repositioning things so they were less likely to die. I just put 1 guy in the room, but I picked up something cheap so that when he spent all of his orders in the last turn to move the Hat Tau in there, the game would hopefully end with me winning on the tiebreaker.
Great, so the end of my turn 3, the hack down the hideout in the room, so I dominate the room, get 2 objective points for that. You have the same number of antenna objectives, so
true.
No objective points there. So I've got 140 points of my army points there.
You've got 145.
Oh wow, it's a pretty close game.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.